To make my card game about superpowered birds, I started with cards that look like this, which I made on Microsoft Paint, and I ended with cards that look like that. Hey everyone, my name is Diego, and welcome back to How I Made a Card Game with Zero Experience. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I came up with the inklings and the initial ideas for every single one of the characters or the superpowered birds in my game. So I outlined all of my characters in this red notebook, and it's here where you can find exactly when I came up with each of the characters. So I just showed you guys Dodosaur. Dodosaur was actually one of the first birds I knew I wanted in my game. So I knew I wanted a dodo, and that became a Dodosaur. On top of just the names of the characters, I also had initial designs for each of the characters. So on this page, you can see my initial design for Pelican Paladin. That card would eventually look like this, and finally, it would end up looking like this. So there are a couple other designs I want to show you guys today. The next design is going to be for a bird called Cuckoo Clocker. So this is my initial design for Cuckoo Clocker. That would eventually turn into this more robotic design here. And finally, it would turn into its finished version over here. And then one last design I want to show you guys, I just think these are really cool, is the design for Pain Crane. So here's the design I had, which looks really cool in my opinion. I turned that into this more colorful version over here. And finally, that became the finished Pain Crane in the game, right there. So one last thing, on top of just the names of the characters, the designs of the characters, I actually started outlining how Chicken Fight would be played in this notebook. So here you can see sort of what I wanted for like the trailers, what I wanted for the game mechanics, and this goes on for hundreds of pages in this notebook. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's pretty informative in my opinion, and I'll get back to you next time with specific episodes covering the specific birds in my game. But thanks so much for sticking to the end, and I'll see you next time.